Yo guys, Matt from Upslon Mining coming back at you with another YouTube mining video, and I'm happy to report that I am feeling better today. I finally got a negative COVID test, so it took me about, so I tested positive last Friday, and then I tested negative again, when was it? Friday as well, or Thursday. So it took me about 6 days to go negative on the test, but was feeling symptoms like 3 or 4 days before that. So probably like they say about 10 days. So they're pretty accurate with what they're saying about the COVID stuff. But that is not what this video is about. This ain't about no sickness. This is about the mining sickness that we all have in the head, that we need to continue turning on these amazing machines that Voscoin calls little employees that make us money digitally, digital, decentralized cryptocurrency. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can calculate the absolute worst scenario on a given coin after the merge, assuming that everyone, or at least 99.9% of us, are mining Ethereum. Because Ethereum is, as you guys know, the most profitable coin currently. But when Ethereum goes away, that goes up in smoke. So let me explain something here a little bit about how this stuff works according to my understanding. I could be wrong, but the best way to learn is to teach. So let me just explain a little bit here. Okay, so if you take a look at the Ethereum Classic mining calculator in coinwars.com, sorry, we'll go to the Ethereum first, okay? So in this guy here, we're going to go down here for Ethereum, and we're going to go down here. And it has a little calculator. You can put in the wattage and the hash rate that you're getting and all that stuff. But I'm not interested in that. What I'm interested in, what the project as a whole pays out everybody in the entire world. Okay, because there's a certain amount it pays out every single day, and the difficulty, we don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about calculating difficulty or anything. You just got to look at these numbers. Okay, so let's take a look here. So we go down here, and we take a look at the Ethereum blockchain stats. Looks like we are up to 1 petahash right now. Is that real? Let me see. We're up to 800 terahash, but if we're at 1 petahash now, I'm surprised. .03 petahash. I guess we're at 12 petahash. Let's take a look here. Yeah, okay, I know what I'm talking about. That's Ethereum. I know what this is. Ethereum global. This is okay. That's the difficulty for this hash rate. The hash rate is 1 petahash. Right? My bad. The difficulty is 12 petahash. Man, I should know that. Okay, and I do. I just messed it up. So let's see. If we go to Ethereum network hash rate here, 918 terahash. Although it's saying 1 petahash in this for some reason here, I'm not sure if it's calculating it wrong. But basically, let's take a look here at this number here. This is kind of what I am more interested in than anything, right? So $19,004 and 713 and 115 cents per day. So basically, everyone that's mining Ethereum, you take $19 million basically, and that's basically split across everybody depending on how much hash they've contributed on the pool and things like that, and how many blocks are discovered. But that's the amount per day, which is equal to 11,520 ETH. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put that into our little notepad here, and we're just going to put that in as, so Ethereum hash rate is 918 terahash, okay? So we're going to go 918 per second, okay? We'll just do ETH, and we'll do the same for Ethereum Classic, okay? So this is how you can calculate it for your cards, how profitable you think it's going to be. Okay, so Ethereum Classic hash rate right now is currently for everyone. So Ethereum Classic hash rate. So as you can see, you don't need to worry about the difficulty. That's a number that's calculated. That's not, you don't really need to calculate to figure this out. So we're at 28.66. We'll round up to 29 terahash. Okay, so 29 terahash per second. Okay, now that's the current snapshot. Like right now, we have these two things, and we're doing it for Ethereum Classic. But you can kind of figure out how you can kind of do this with other algorithms. It might be a little bit harder because it's not measured in mega hash per second for everyone, but you might be able to do similar calculations like this. So after the snapshot, we're going to assume that everybody and their mama and their grandma on Ethereum is going to go to Ethereum Classic, okay? Right? Because I'm more interested in Ethereum Classic because I have invested heavily into Jazz miners, and then when all these miners go over to Ethereum Classic, I kind of want to know what sort of profitability we can see there, right? So after the snapshot, we're going to go here, put this down here. This becomes 0 because it's gone, okay? And this becomes 918. Math here, 918. No, that's all right. 918 plus 29. Whatever. 9 plus. I can use a calculator, I swear. 947 terahash per second. Okay, so you're basically shifting everything from Ethereum into Ethereum Classic. This is the worst case scenario. This is like doomsday, but I'm telling you why it's not going to happen. Okay, so that you do a calculation here. Okay, so we're just going to basically go 918 divided by 29. It's a 32% factor increase. Okay, looks really bad, right? 32 times more. Okay. Now bear with me now. Okay. What you do now is you go to what to mine. Okay. And you put in, say, let's say a 3090 here. I hate 3090s. They get too hot. So we'll go 13090. Okay. And you can do this for anything. You can do this for a Jazz miner. You can do it for any card and determine kind of what your profits would be. So because the hydro usage will remain the same because it's the same algorithm, so it'll remain the same. So let's say here for Ethereum, we're making 203 per day. I don't have 12. I have maybe 11 cents. So make a little more than that. So 210 per day on Ethereum and 145 per day on Ethereum. So what you do is you go back to your thing here. So 145 per day. So what we're making right now, okay? And you can do this more than one card if you want. So punch that number at the top here. Now, okay? This is where it gets interesting. Oh, it's hot. And you could actually be the negative as well, so it's not like you're always going to be positive. So let's take a look here. So you take the $1.45 per day that you were making before. Now, since I explained earlier that this reward, so this is Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic is paying 655,000 per day. Ethereum is paying 19 million per day. That's a big difference, okay? But this number, the amount they pay out per day, isn't going to change on day one, right? Because unless they get a lot of like people buying Ethereum Classic, investors hopping in into the project itself, and things like that, then that number will go, the value will go up. And they're issuing 18,000 Ethereum Classic per day. So basically now the same amount of money, the $655,000, 220.41, okay, needs to now be not divided amongst the same number of miners, but more now, and per hash specifically. So per mega hash, you now get less money. So what you got to do is take that number here. Now, like I said, I'm not a mathematician, so if any of you guys are really good with math and I'm wrong on these calculations, feel free to explain why in the comments below. So you're going to take the $1.45, divide that by 32, and now that is what you are making per day. I hope that makes logical sense. It makes sense to me. I'm not a mathematician. I'm a computer scientist. So 0.046 cents per day. No, 46 cents per day. Okay. So if you're making $1.45 per day, the hash rate factor increase is 32. Okay. The rewards remain the same, 600,000 and change. Therefore, since it's 32 times more, take what you're making now, divide it by 32, 46 cents per day. Okay? So let's say this is for 30.90. So you should still be making some money. There could be a point where it's so infinitesimally small that you're not making anything at all anymore. Like literally. So there's two things that can happen. Like this value of this Ethereum could go up more. Ethereum Classic can go up more, and that'll increase this. The amount of people like investing in Ethereum Classic goes up, things like that. Or this number is also too high. So if like, let's say it's not 32 times more and it's only 15 times more, this is now you're making almost $1 per day. So say only half the hash rate goes over, then obviously that amount would double instead of all of it. If I put in, for example, the numbers for a Jazz miner here, okay? So if I take, let's just put 520 at 240, 520, 240. Let's do the math on that one again, okay? So we're going to do that. Right now, Jazz Miner is making 936 on Ethereum Classic, almost 10 bucks a day. That's good. That's pretty good. But as you guys know, hash rate's going to float over, and we're going to basically get our profits cut back. So this Jazz Miner, okay, so it's the same thing, but we're now at, yeah, so Ethereum Classic is 936 per day. So you put in the number 936 per day, and now you divide the 936 divided by 32 equals 29 cents. Is it? 936? Oh, what's going on here? 936 divided by 32. 29 cents. Oh, so this number's wrong. It's $1.45. So 145 divided by 32. Not 46. We're 4 cents per day. 0.4. So 5 cents per day. 5 cents per day. Okay, so you're in 30.90s, 5 cents per day. My bad. And this guy is 29 cents per day. Now, if we take a look at the Ethereum Classic current now on CoinMarketCap, we can see Ethereum Classic is $35.06. Okay. Okay, so if we then take the all-time high, which is 170, divided by 35, we're at a 4.6% factor of increase from our highest. Okay, let's put that in here. So 4.9x. Okay, so let's say it reaches its all-time high at some point. It doesn't matter if you're mining it now, it's worth that, or after. We're now essentially at 4.9 times 0.29 cents per day. So at its maximum, it's like we're making 142 per day versus $1.29 per day on Ethereum. Okay, so if it reaches its all-time high, we're making $1.42 per day, which isn't that good, to be honest, but better than nothing. If we look at the price, the number of days between now and say the end of the Jazz Miner, which is 6 years, looking at like 2,200 days, I'll say 2,300 days roughly, times 142, $3,266. Okay. Now this is assuming that the most Ethereum Classic is ever going to hit is 170, and in previous bull runs we've all noticed that essentially the peaks are always higher than the last bull run. So I think that Ethereum Classic, I know this is a little bit of hopium and whatnot, but you got to kind of think, because this is a moving target, this is dynamic, right? Nothing is perfectly right. Like you might say, okay, well, Jazz Miner is $4,000 right now. If I buy this thing, I'll still be out $800. Yes and no, because for one thing, I am assuming everybody is coming over from Ethereum, which is impossible because there's cards on Ethereum that are just not efficient enough, and that will be so like the hydro basically will cost more than what the actual thing unit is making, right? And actually, sorry, I should go back here for a second. The better number you should probably use is so this number here. Use this number at the top. So because this is before profits, right? And then subtract the electricity for that unit based off the wattage, and you could use like an online a wattage calculator per day or whatever, but do that and use this number before, because this is what's going to basically change, and then you can subtract the two, and then if you're in a negative, your card is basically not going to work, right? So take this, divide it by 32, okay, and then subtract the hydro, and if you're still positive, then you're in profit. That's the profit. If you're in a negative, you're now losing money. And the key takeaway here, I think, is that it looks bleak, but even on a jazz miner, I think with everyone from Ethereum, which is not going to happen, it's impossible because there's too many inefficient cards out there. Everyone going over there, you still can come close to breaking even. And if Ethereum Classic goes up beyond the 170 mark at some point in the future, okay. So if you take a look at here, let's look at the Ethereum Classic. Let's look at the charts here. All-time high. Obviously, everyone does this. I know it's cliche at this point, but this is the peak last time. This is the peak this time. But the difference is this time Ethereum is gone, right? So proof of work, the next biggest proof of work, since everyone's already tuned for Ethereum, ETC hash, which is a very similar algorithm to what Ethereum is using. I think Ethereum Classic is going to get a lot of not only enhancements to the projects and underlying blockchain as well by the development community, but I think there's going to be a lot of projects that are going to be built on Ethereum Classic on the principle that it is proof of work. And let's take a look here. So it was at the lowest point. We were literally at $1.02, $1.20, $4, not even $10 for the longest time. But the thing you should take more note of is the genesis of Ethereum. So when Ethereum started out, it was not always this high in value. In fact, there was a point in time where it was only worth $133. And if you go back further enough, even just back to 2017 and whatnot, it's a point where it was actually worth $7. And the point where Ethereum is roughly, Ethereum Classic is right now, is roughly around, right here, around 2017. So let's say March 2017, roughly, Ethereum Classic was where, or Ethereum was where Ethereum Classic is now. Okay, and between 2017 and 2021, which is 4 years, Ethereum, we're talking the Ethereum blockchain, went from the $40 range to the $4,000 range. And that is a huge factor of increase, right? I'm not saying that's going to happen to Ethereum Classic as well, but I'm saying it could. And that's all we need is a possibility. Just like Lloyd said in Dumb and Dumber, right? So there is a chance, right? So if you go 4,000 divided by, say, 40, where it's at now, 100x increase, right? So if you want to think positively and think, in terms of like where this could go, and where the bare minimum. So the bare minimum is, I think you'll get back 75% of your money. Okay, so that's the fallback here. But I think the chances are monumentally higher. Okay, the chances in my mind is that Ethereum Classic has a better chance of going really high, at least $500 or more, than it does to not ever hit the all-time high again, fizzle out, and die away. If it fizzles out and dies away, then a lot of people will be feeling the pain. It's not just you. So we can all get together, cry into a towel, and rinse our tears like this. We can rinse our tears into a bucket of shame. But until that happens, we're even with bare minimum, I think, with everyone going over, everything being bad, if half goes over, this will double. So I think you can at least get a chance of even just breaking even on a $4,000 jazz miner now. So if you guys want to buy equipment, I think you got to buy, not a financial advice, but the best time is to buy equipment now that won't be in the negative right off the bat. So that's why I've invested heavily in jazz miners for them. And I'm thinking of a fifth. I'm really thinking of a fifth, guys, because these are more efficient than any GPU will ever be on Ethereum Classic. In fact, they're more efficient than most of the other ASICs as well. And the chance of Ethereum Classic going 100x is there. It exists. A lot of things can happen. between now and then, and Ethereum Classic is like the second biggest mined blockchain as well. So if you just give it some time, by 2030 even, guys, like what am I? I'm like not even, yeah, I'm 38 right now. So like say 8, 9 years, 45 years old, a Lambo by the time I'm 50. Come on, what about the Lambo, guys? What about the Lambo, guys? Think about the Lambo when you're 50, when you're 55. Drive that Lambo into your grave. Don't think of the Lambo now. Think of the Lambo when you're 50, and then you'll be a lot more. Like if you take the 3266, let's say it does 100x, which is a crazy hopium amount. I know, I understand that. 3266 times 100. Imagine that, right? Each jazz miner making $326,000, and then we do the math. We go, see, I have 5 of them. $1.6 million, guys. I'll have my Lambo. That's US dollars too. So that's like over $2,000 Canadian play money, right? I mean, that's a lot of money, and at least be able to buy a nice Lambo, one Lambo at least. And I'm thinking long term, and that's why you guys need to think long term as well, and not so short term. The thing is, if the Ethereum Classic goes through the roof as well, these jazz miners going for $4,000 right now, these things can go up to easily. Especially if it hits the same level as Ethereum where it was at before, $10,000, $12,000. You can sell the actual unit themselves and probably double or triple your profits as well. As you know, Red Panda talked about this. I'm still new to the mining scene, but he's talked about this, that as the market improves as well, the value of everything goes up that generates that crypto. So like the GPUs will go up. There's going to be probably a scarcity again. There's going to be a shortage of GPUs. Watch, it's probably going to happen again. ASICs are going to go through the roof again. This jazz miner is going to cost $15,000-$16,000, man. Like literally, if I just wait to the jazz miners, all 5 of them, say they're worth $15,000 each, and I sell all 5 of them, I could probably take the profits and just buy a car with that profit if I wanted to, right? Or save it or whatever and reinvest that. So it's all just a matter of hedging your bets here. And personally, what do you guys think? You think Ethereum Classic is going to just crash and burn and go to nothing and you lose all your money? Or do you think there's a better chance of it going at least to where it was before, at the bare minimum, and probably higher? Anyways, guys, that's all I have to talk about. Let me know if these calculations check out and if they make sense, and you can do it for yourself, right? And you'll find that a lot of cards aren't going to make the cut, right? If you start doing this for some of these GPUs, it's not going to work, right? Let me just real quickly do it real fast for a 3090, because I don't think a 3090 will be very good at all. So a 3090, right now, so we're looking at, so 84 cents. Yeah. Yeah, so 84 cents a day power cost. Let me just put the thing back up again. So we'll do a 3090. So this is how I said to do it. Power cost, 84 cents per day. Okay. All right. What you want to do now is go back to here and take the 226 before power amount. Okay. So this is 226. Okay. All right. Take the 226 now. Okay. 226 divided by 32. Okay, that's a factor. 0.07. This doesn't look good, guys. Doesn't look good. 7. Okay, minus your power cost. So this is how you're supposed to do it. And I think I did it wrong earlier. 0.7 before power profits minus your power now, which is 84 cents per day. Okay, let's do the math here. 0.07 cents minus 0.84 cents, you're losing 70 cents per day. Okay? All right? So we're at a loss now. We're in a red. So there you go. A 3090 is not going to cut it. Let's real quick check out if a 6600 will check, or let's do an 82,000 because 82,000s are efficient. Do this again. We'll do, so what was it, 19 cents a day? So we'll do it for the 82,000 now, okay? I'll do it right now. So 82,000 power cents is 19 cents per day. See that? 19 cents. You just subtract the two. 19 cents per day. Right now we're making, so on Ethereum, 74 cents. Okay, let's check this out. 74 cents. Okay, 74 cents after the merge. You take the 74, okay? 0.74, divide that by 32. That's 2.3 cents per day. 2 cents per day. It's not good. 2 cents per day. minus the 19 cents. .02 minus 19 cents. We're at 17 cents today. Lost 17 cents. So it's better than the 3090, but you're still bad. So, guys, GPUs are just fucking dead with ETC. A2000 is one of the most efficient GPUs. I do this for 6600. It's probably very similar results. So it doesn't look good, right? This doesn't look good. It only looks good for things like the Jazz Miner. This is what Rapid Mining keeps talking about. All these guys keep talking about. And everyone just keeps shitting on the Jazz Miner. You buy Jazz Miner, you're making money. Or at least you're making 29 cents per day. You're still in the positive after your power because the efficiency is so awesome. But with this, the GPUs, you're losing money now. You're at the vicinity of now you need to spend the money to buy the ETC. It's better to do it than mining at a huge loss. So A2000, you're a loss of 17 cents. 3090, you're a loss of 77 cents. If less Ethereum hash rate moves over, so not every little piece of it, which it won't, because you got guys like this that are running on A2000s that just can't hold out. They won't be on there, so not everyone's gonna, because they're gonna shut out their rigs. And I got A2000s too, and I'm obviously not gonna go to ATC if I'm a huge loss. I'll find another coin that makes at least a few cents per day, versus doing that, right? Or if I can't find a single coin that makes any money, and I'm losing money in like all my GPUs, I'm telling you right now, guys, every single and the loss is big enough, right? That warrants the tax differences and all that, as I spoke about in the past. If the amount is so bad that I can't make any money, I'm shutting every single GPU off. But I guess I'll tell you what, those 5 Jazz miners will be humming along still in the basement, and probably will things like my Dogecoin miners and KD miners as well, Cadena miners. So that's it, guys. That's it. I know it's grim, but if you have an A2000, one of the most efficient power GPUs, and everyone moves over to Ethereum, you're going to lose 70 cents per day. So your only bet is to try other coins or pray that less moves over to Ethereum Classic. So Ethereum Classic is going to be pretty much off limits for GPUs, just like Rabbit's saying, and this is kind of the math that kind of checks out here. So anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it there now. If you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that like button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.